You're now listening to the SNL Fan Podcast, and I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And in this installment of the SNL Fan Podcast, basically what I want to talk about is I want to get your opinion on something. Now, in the past, we always say, who's going to be the next Eddie Murphy? Who's going to be the next John Belushi, the next Bill Murray, the next Chevy Chase? We always want to know who's going to be that next big star. And we're always anticipating, always guessing. Who in the '90s, who's the next Chris Farley? Who's the next Adam Sandler? And more recently, who's the next Will Ferrell? Who's going to be the next Jimmy Fallon or the next Tina Fey? We always look at the new cast members and wonder who's going to be the next big star. But this time I want to do something a little differently. I want to ask you, who do you think is going to be the next Jeff Richards? Who do you think is going to be the next Paul Brittan or the next Dean Edwards or the next Mechaela Watkins? Now those people I named, they're talented. There's not to take anything away from their talent, but you know what I mean. Those people who just didn't get a chance to shine on the show. Those people who didn't get enough airtime. They didn't get the respect. They were slept on. They were underused. And then they didn't have a great post-SNL career either. Those people. And I want to know, out of these 5 people, who do you think is going to end up being that person? But before I get into my opinion, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Boom Boom Bang. Mr. Boom Boom Bang is an Atlanta, Georgia-based rapper / producer / songwriter. And, he has a single out called Don't Trust Nobody. And it's off of his current mixtape, the Rebuild mixtape. You definitely should check it out. Is banging. We'll put the links in the information box below so you could check out the mixtape for yourself. And I'm also going to put the singles in there too. And Mr. Boom Boom Bang got his name because he was known for boom boom banging the ladies. So they say. Urban legend has it. And I recently did a topic on the SNL Fan Podcast. I asked the question, which SNL cast member, past, present, whatever, would you boom boom bang? If you had the opportunity, who would you boom boom bang? And I'll definitely put the link to that in the information box below too, so you can check it out and post your opinions on that as well. All right, but now let me get into my opinion of who do I think is going to be the next Jeff Richards. Out of these 5 people that's coming onto the show, after looking at everything and after kind of sizing it up and after kind of knowing how things usually play out when you're looking at SNL, unfortunately, I think out of these 5 new people, out of Kyle Moonie, out of Beck, the other guy. Dang, what are their names? I forgot. Dang, I should have brought the notes out here. Noel Wells, the AT&T guy. Mike O'Brien, John guy. Who do I think is going to be the guy that's going to not get the hold on, are these my notes right here? Darn it. I don't want to start this podcast over because I can't find the place where I wrote the names down on. It's a John guy. And okay, oh Lord, don't tell me I got to do this over again, because I don't want to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not doing this in front of a computer. Okay, let me just, I'm gonna continue the podcast anyway. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just gonna keep it moving. Let me try to remember the names: Kyle Moonie, Noel Wells, Beck, Bennett, I think. Mike O'Brien and John Millsap or something. The guy from the Above Average. I do not have my notes with me. God dog it. Well, anyway, who I think is going to be the next Jeff Richards or the next Paul Brittan, and it says it right here. I can't even remember his name. The John guy. The John Mill. Cannot find what I wrote his name down on. Can't find the sheet of paper, and I'm embarrassed. He's going to be the Jeff Richards. He's going to be the Paul Brittan. And just based on I can't remember his name right now. I think, and it's not to take anything away from his talent. I'm pretty sure this guy's a very talented guy. I'm pretty sure this guy it has all, because I've seen his YouTube videos. his YouTube videos and I seen his acting reel. He had a lot of great skits. So I'm not trying to say this guy's not going to be talented. I just think that they're just not going to write him into the show. I think that this guy, I think he's going to end up being the guy that does, he's going to be the waiter that has one line. He's going to be the waiter with one line. He's going to be the bailiff in a courtroom skit that has no lines. He's going to be the guy wearing the bear suit in a skit. He's going to be wearing a bear suit. And what else is he going to do? He's going to be the guy. When they have like a horse, somebody's the front end of the horse and then somebody's the back end of the horse. The John guy is going to be the back end of the horse. I think he's going to be the guy that's going to get the short end of the stick. Now, I'm not hating on him. I'm pretty sure he is talented from what I saw, from what I'm seeing. And I don't want this to happen to him. But come on, let's face it. If they're not firing anybody from the that they already had, they're just bringing in 5 new people. That's a lot of people, and plus it's six women, and he's going to be competing with roles with them too, because there are some roles that it doesn't matter what kind of what kind of gender the person is. The police officer, the judge, the waiter, or the waitress. I mean, that could be interchangeable with the sex. It doesn't matter. Anybody can play those roles. I mean, this guy's going to be competing with Kate McKinnon for just things like this, and they already have a guy just sitting in the wings waiting to get roles like this, and his name is Tim Robinson. So he's going to be fighting against Michael Brien and all these other guys. Now the reason I'm singling him out because the rest of the guys look like they have a type, especially the Beck, the AT&T guy. They need a guy to play the father figures, the straight man, and things like that. Kyle Moonie, he looks like he has a certain type that looks like that John's not. I think that the rest of them are going to get used, and Noel. I think Noel is probably going to get more airtime than Nasim. Even though Nasim, she's very talented, but you've seen how they've been doing Nasim lately. If Nasim can't get on the show, I don't think this guy's gonna get on the show either. And that's my opinion. I hope I'm wrong, because he is talented, and I hope everybody at least gets their chance to shine. Not everybody's gonna end up being the next Eddie Murphy, or they're gonna be the next big thing, but I would like to see each and every one of these new people get a chance to show what they can do, at least in 1 or 2 episodes, even if they don't appear in the rest of the show and for the rest of the season, even if they get Paul Brittan or Jeff Richards, or they end up being, the guy in a bear suit, or they're an extra with no lines, I would like to see each and every one of them bring something to the table, and, but unfortunately, I think the John guy, he's going to be known as the John guy, and I hate to say it. I hate to feel this way, But that's all I like to say for now. Again, check out Mr. Boom Boom Bang. I'll put the links in the information box below. And that's it. I'm just some guy named Jay, and that's news to me.